Hello, everybody. Thank you for joining me today. This is a bit I call reading on people who have popped into my mind recently. Because a lot of times they've popped into my mind for a reason. I don't know what it is. So, first of all, Sean Spicer. Don't know why he popped into my mind the other day. Haven't seen him on TV in a long, long time. But, like, we'll be hearing from Sean Spicer sometime soon. Why? Why? Okay, I'm so sorry. There goes my alarm. Anyway, why are we hearing about Sean Spicer? Show us Sean Spicer. What's going on with him right now, Spirit? Oh, Seven of Cups, the Hierophant, and the Knight of Wands. Okay, so the Knight of Wands, a lot of times it's been investigations midway in completion, right? Because the Knight is not yet the king. He's in between the page and the king. It's purposeful, it's a goal. Wands are. We have the Hierophant. So that would validate that reading of the card. That the Hierophant oftentimes represents government, institutions of higher learning, things like that. And Seven of Cups. So there's some confusion around him. There's some illusion around him. I just picture him trying really hard to answer questions in a way that sort of hides his misdeeds. Things he knows there are some things he did wrong, those decisions he made that were not correct. Does he worry about getting in legal trouble? He must be talking to some investigator somewhere, and we don't know it. Oh, he's very worried about that. We get the Tower, we get the Nine of Swords for worry, and we get the Three of Coins for consulting his attorney. There is something. Yeah, he must be worried about that. He must be worried about legal trouble. So something's going on behind the scenes with Sean Spicer that will probably be coming out. Interesting. Who would be talking to him? Who would ask him to talk? Well, we know that parts of the Mueller investigation are ongoing. Interesting. Well, Spirit, does this involve anybody? What does this pertain to? What is this? I feel like there's some things we don't know, so it's hard for my brain to get around it. However, some of you who are very, very well informed about all of the things happening may be going, aha. So please write it in comments if you are. So we have the Hanged Man, we have the Four of Swords, and we have the King of Wands. Okay. So could he be caught talking to somebody in the House then? The King of Wands is the new Democratic leadership in the House, King and Queen. So, and their purposes, their goals of investigating, oversight. He could be talking to someone in the House. There's retreat. This is definitely in private. This is not out there in public. And there's the Hanged Man. There's some delay. So we're not going to be hearing about it right away, but there's something going on. Okay. So there we go. I just heard Felicity Huffman too. There's something going on with her. Now she went in and pled guilty and asks for mercy, right? And it looks like she'll get some time, but not a lot. This is with the college cheating scandal, the bribes, the payoffs, that kind of thing to get kids in college who otherwise would not be accepted. So Felicity Huffman pled guilty. Maybe I'm hearing it because there are other parents. This goes on. This continues this saga, and there are other parents who will be prosecuted. I feel like she was very smart to take that deal. And I remember when I initially did a reading on her and Lori Laughlin, I saw Felicity faring better, not totally devastated, and going in and saying the right things and maybe even using her acting skills a little bit, but she does regret it. But going in and saying I'm so regretful and whatever, and that did happen. Now with Lori Laughlin, I saw more devastation, like to her career, And I also saw, it's going to devastate her kind of emotionally. But, her public face on this stuff, she's challenging it, she's minimizing it, But then I saw her walk out of the courtroom and she had that smile on and she was acting all the way. She was like, I could just see, like, behind her eyes was, you can get through this, you can get through this, you can get through this. So I don't think she's okay. I think it's going to be harder on her because she didn't plead guilty, because she didn't sort of humble herself. It's going to be harder on her. But anyway, now I'm getting their energies confused, am I not? Felicity Huffman. I better go ahead, go back and reshuffle. Felicity Huffman, Spirit. So what's going on with her? What's going on with her? Is this the end of it, or will she be charged with other things? Because I know there was some talk of that too. Well, she's very worried. 9 of Swords. We have the Emperor. The law is bearing down. Yes, we do. And we have the 3 of Wands. She's watchful and waitful. She's watchful and waiting. Okay. She's hoping that her ship comes in and it is not a big deal. I think she will have prison time, won't she? Or have they decided yet? Has she been sentenced yet? Maybe that's why she's coming in my brain. She hasn't been sentenced. But the law will be fulfilled. She's not going to get any breaks. If she gets any breaks, it's because she did plead, she did humble herself, she did admit wrongdoing, and she doesn't have a criminal history. That, if she gets breaks, it'll be because of the same reason lots of American citizens get breaks. It won't be because of her status. But neither will she be made an example of, I don't think. But she's very worried. So there's a lot of emotional intensity coming from her. Yeah, because she's going through something. Okay, so in the future for her, 8 of Coins. She works. She takes what roles she can. 2 of Coins, she balances. She's okay. She's okay. 3 of Cups. Celebration. I don't think it's going to be that tough. I don't think her sentence is going to be that tough. I think she is actually somebody, yeah, okay, lots of electricity. She's actually somebody who would rather look at worst case scenario and prepare for that. She's pretty level-headed. She'd rather look at that. So that's why the worry and all of that. But right now what she's worrying it'll be worse than it will be. So even if she does have to go away for a while, she's already come to some acceptance of that. So she's actually doing okay. And I do think she'll be taking whatever work she can afterwards. And I think she'll be working again. I don't know that she'll get that kind of fame again, but she'll be building. She has some connections in the industry. The fact that she did apologize really does help her in the long run. Okay. So how about Laughlin, who has not been wise about how she is handling this at all? How's she going to be doing? Gosh, she has not been wise. And, as much as she tries to make it seem like everything's okay and puts on a big show of that, she is not okay. I mean, it's because she's in denial. She's different, Huffman goes to the, let's see, worst case scenario, let's deal with reality. Laughlin is in denial. Queen of Wands, 8 of Wands, and 2 of Swords. Okay. So she's got it. Things are moving forward very, very quickly for her. She, I feel like, has a good attorney. Queen of Wands. Does she have a female attorney? I feel like somehow she has a female advocate, somebody who knows the legal system who's helping her. She's indecisive about which way she should go. Should she, run into that courtroom as quickly as she can and say, okay, I changed my mind, I'm pleading? Or should she fight this? She's indecisive. Yeah, I don't think she should fight it. 8 of Wands, though. So things are moving forward very quickly. We'll hear some more things about her. She better make a decision. Where's she leaning right now, Spirit? She's worried. The law and the Page of Cups. Okay, she's leaning toward a plea, an offer, law, worry. She gets some of the same cards as Huffman did. So she's leaning. So hopefully Hopefully she does. It's her spirit's learning. It's her soul's learning on this plane. So, you know, if she wants the lesson to be not as hard, she'll take the plea. Otherwise, she'll fight it. So we'll see. Sometimes when we mess up major, like mess up really big, um, it's regrettable, but we actually end up learning a lot from that one, So, you know, we'll see. Is there anybody else that has been popping into my mind? Well, Trump, Eric Trump, his wife was on TV, again, railing about how unfair it all is to her and the family, and they're all just attacking the family. And boy, oh boy, she is a true believer. Whew. So how are they doing? Judgment, the Fool, Four of Cups. Okay. So they're not getting the picture. They are not accepting the news. They're not accepting the messages they're hearing. They are in denial, that means, just like it looked like. But the judgment's falling on them, so there's going to be some kind of, this fact that Don Jr.'s in trouble. Yeah, something is going to intercede and show them the reality, which is a good thing because it gives them a new beginning. They do need to get more grounded in reality. A while back, I did Eric's readings, and it was sort of always questionable. Is he going to stick with being very loyal to the family, or is he and his wife and his family going to kind of go off on their own and protect themselves? And I've seen him since then. It seems to me like, sorry, there goes my light. Oh, well, that's okay. Maybe I don't need it. It seems to me that loyal to the family is the way he's been going. But, oh well, who cares? It seems to me loyal to the family is the way he's been going. But I feel like Spirit keeps giving him an opportunity to be more in reality about this and make his own way a healthier way, in the future. So maybe there's another juncture, another point of opportunity here. But so far, it hasn't been looking good. But that was the same with Don Jr. When I first did his reading, I saw Spirit really trying to get him truth, trying to free him from the sense that he was the steward of the family fortune, and he, had to protect that at all costs. And there too, though, I saw more likely that he would go with the pentacles, go with the money, go with the familiar. So far, those two have not been getting it. And Ivanka? I don't know if she experiences any of this internal conflict. So, which is not saying good things about her. Let's just say that much. So, anyway, thank you very much. I wanted to read on the people that have been popping into my head because obviously something's going on with them. So I thank you. Bye-bye.